Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry it's been so long since I've done a video. I've just been pretty busy with other things and every other excuse I can think of, but I'm finally doing another one, and today I want to talk about the basics of nutrition. Now, nutrition, I think, is the most... People complicate it massively. They make it such a big deal when really it is important, and I do, although it's cliche, I do agree with the term you can't out-train a bad diet. It is a very important part of whether your goal is weight loss, gaining muscle, whatever your goal is, nutrition is a massive part of it. But people really like to overcomplicate it. I mean, you've got so many diets. You've got Slimming World, Weight Watchers, If It Fits Your Macros, Paleo, the Zone Diet. There's so many, endless amounts of ridiculous diets you can choose from. But at the end of the day, it is just calories in versus calories out. You can't argue with that. The more calories you eat, the more weight you're going to put on. The less calories you eat, the more weight you're going to lose. It's that simple. And then we take into account, obviously, your age, your weight, your height, how much your activity level, as just the main factors that attribute to that. So everyone does have an individualised calorific intake depending on their goal also. So like I said, if you want to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. If you want to gain weight, you want to be in a calorie surplus. And if you're happy where you are, then you want to be at maintenance. So we can work this average out with calorie calculators that you can pretty much find online. What I'll do is link below the calorie calculator that I use, and you just put in your weight, your age and all of that, and work out what your calories should be. And then from there, you can work out if you want to lose weight, you minus sort of around 200 to 250 calories, I'd say, to start with. And then if you want to gain weight, you want to add that much. And if you're at maintenance, you just want to go for that calorie, the calorie requirement they give you. So we're then going to macros. Now, macros are your fats, your carbs and your protein. What is the ideal ratio? Well, there's no ideal ratio. You want to get enough protein. The importance of protein is that it helps with recovery, it helps to repair muscle, build muscle, so you need it in your diet. We then have carbs. So carbs are like the building blocks. People are scared of carbs because sugar is classed as a carb. It's a simple carbohydrate. So you have your simple carbohydrates, which are like sugar, sweets, fast-acting carbs. Then you have your complex carbohydrates. We're talking about potatoes, rice, couscous, oats, these kind of things that are going to be slower acting and keep you fuller for longer, basically. Whereas like a packet of Haribo, that's not going to keep you full for very long, and there's quite a high carb content in just a packet of Haribo. So you want to try and be smart with your foods in that sense. We then move on to fats. Now, protein and carbs are 4 calories per gram. However, fat is 9 calories per gram, so over double that. This means that you want to eat less fat. Now, from the paleo diet and the keto diet and other diets like that, we've been taught that it doesn't really matter how much you eat. You should just eat. There's good fats and you should eat loads of them. So avocado, fatty bacon, egg yolk, all this kind of thing has become like a trend to eat. But like I said, if you're going to eat loads of fat, well, that's 9 calories per gram, per 1 gram. So you don't want to be overdoing it with the fats because you are going to go over your calorie goal. That's not to say that fats aren't important. So they help regulate the hormones in your body, keep everything functioning properly, keep you insulated. You do need fat still. That doesn't mean get rid of fats in your diet. You still need a certain amount of fats, like you do carbs and protein. So people just starting dieting will probably find that they don't eat enough protein. Now, people just think, oh, that's so much meat. You don't just get protein from meat. Later in this video, I'm going to do a grocery haul of my carbs, fats and proteins and what I usually eat on a weekly basis, to give you some ideas of the kind of protein that you can get in and show that it doesn't have to just be meat, as well as the kinds of carbs you can get in and the kind of fat you can get in. I don't believe in healthy and unhealthy foods. Everything in moderation. So if you want, you could eat 2 McDonald's a day, that's absolutely fine, but you're probably going to hit your calorie goals or close to your calorie goals and not have many calories left for the day. Now this is unlikely to keep you full, whereas if you're going to eat loads of vegetables, because like I say, veg is volume, as cringy as it is, it's true. So if you're going to eat loads of vegetables compared to 2 little hamburgers from McDonald's, that's going to keep you fuller a lot longer. If you have a whole plate of broccoli, if you have a whole plate of spinach, it just keeps you fuller and means that you're more likely to stick to your diet and be adherent with your diet for a longer period of time. We want something that's sustainable, not something that's just going to last for a week or a month. We don't like these fad diets. We don't want a fad diet. It's something that you add to your lifestyle. It's just going to be part of your everyday life. If you want a slice of pizza, you can fit that in. That's fine. You can have it. But like I say, you're going to have less calories in the day. So being smart with your choices. You still want to get those macros in, so make sure you're eating plenty of veg. When it comes to fruit, it also has a micronutrient content, so you want to get that in as well with your vegetables. But I try to steer clear of too many fruits in a day, because your apples, your bananas, that kind of fruit, it has quite a high sugar content. So I'd say if you are going to eat fruit, try and stick to more sort of berries and that kind of thing, because it's got less carbohydrates in it. It's less sugary than the fructose that you find in bananas, oranges, apples, pineapple, all that kind of thing. But with veg, go crazy. Eat as much as you want. You want to get those macros in. It's hardly any calories. Still account for it because it is calories, but you can have absolutely loads of it for very little calories. It's going to keep you full for a long time. So today I've been for a little food shop and I just want to show you some of the things I've got. I've split it into macros, fats, carbs and protein, just to show you what kind of things I eat, what I recommend, and that you don't have to be healthy 24/7. You can still eat things you want to keep that diet sustainable for a nice long period of time. So this is just kind of a brief overview of the kind of foods I eat on a weekly basis, I guess. So I'm just going to try and go through proteins, macros, carbs, fats, and show you the different kind of things I have. So let's start with protein. So we've obviously got your obvious proteins like chicken. But it doesn't have to be boring. This is sweet chili chicken, so it's in a sauce, but that's still only 250 calories. It's 4 grams of fat because chicken's a lean meat. So meats like chicken and turkey are super lean, there's hardly any fat in them. But sauce is mainly carbs normally. So per 100 grams of this is 11 grams of carbs, but it is 17 grams of protein, still a good source of protein. And then you've got these little bad boys that I eat religiously. I eat them all the time. These Heck chicken sausages, because the macros are just amazing. You could have the whole pack and definitely not go over your macros. So what are we looking at? Per 100, okay, so two of these are 12 grams of protein, 1 gram of carbs, 1 gram of fat. So that's super good. So chicken sausages, whether it's the Heck ones or chicken sausages from the butchers, they're all pretty good. Then we've got the general chicken breast, every day, normal. Most people would say it's boring, I'm sure. But what you can do with these is you can add things like these. So So we've got this So Tender barbecue chicken, and you just literally, it's like you can just add loads of any spice really. Or the Nando sauces are also super good. But it's just to add something different. So if you wanted Mexican chicken one night, you could add some herbs and spices. Another night you could have like an Italian one. You can mix it up so it's not always boring. Salt and pepper, anything. Another good lean source of protein is prawns, which I also love. So these are just cooked prawns. These are easy for lunch. Nice prawn salad wrap or something. Easy, quick, job done. We then got fattier meat. So here I've got lamb. Now with these, I know it can be a bit time consuming, but I usually do it just because I don't like it, is trim the fat off the lamb before you cook it. It's not really any use doing it afterwards because the lamb is then still cooked in all the fat, so you still get a lot of it. But if you take the fat off before, that goes for bacon and like steak as well. If you trim the fat off before you eat it, it's going to eliminate a lot of the fat in the meat. So just bring that fat content down quite a bit, therefore reducing your calories. We've also got other sources of protein, so we've got whey. Whey isolate here, which is just a protein powder. This is chocolate caramel flavour, it tastes really good. I do recommend chocolate caramel or chocolate brownie for my proteins, very good. So these are easy, quick, fast, just a bit of protein. Just stick that in a shaker, scoop that in a shaker with either some milk, some almond milk, some water, whatever, and wham bam, you're done. So, the next thing we've got is, oh yeah, let's go on to this. Okay, so we've got total zero yogurt. I also eat, this is why I got a kilo of this. I get through this super duper quick because the macros are incredible. So per 100 grams it's 57 calories, 4 grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein, no fat. So that's an awesome, again, another awesome protein source, and it's not meat, so there you go, just to show. We've then got this Muller Light Greek yogurt, also not too bad, pretty good. 7 grams of carbs, so a bit higher in carbs because it's light, so I think is it stevia or some sort of sweetener in here. Sweetener. So there is carbs in it, but not as much as you find in normal yogurt. And again, there's hardly any fat, so you're getting 0.5 grams of fat per 100 grams. So yogurt can tend to be very fat because it's full of cream and things, so these light ones are a great alternative. We've then got the dreaded ready meals. So a lot of people have a lot to say about these, but if I've got a busy day and I have time to just stick this in the microwave and wait for it to cook for 5 minutes, then these are great. So what I normally do, like I said, veg is volume, so I will grab a good handful of spinach, stick that in the plate with them, with one of these meals, and it just fills that meal up, makes it more of a whole-hearted meal. We then got almond milk. So I have almond milk simply because I don't really like the taste of milk. I've got a lot against dairy things. I haven't got anything against dairy. If you like milk, have milk. It is more calories, but I just have almond milk because I prefer it, and it is less calories. So next up we've got fats. So we're looking at peanut butter, which is my new love. I didn't used to like peanut butter. We've then got almond butter. So nut butters are great. I haven't really got a lot of fats to show you. Again, the lamb chops, they're definitely fatty, especially, like I said, if you don't trim them. And also we've got sardines here. Again, a great source of protein, but they've got omega-3, so it is really good fat and essential fats. But there is 12 grams of fat per tin, so be careful with things like this. Not careful, but you need to count it in the calories. You think it's a protein source, but it's also got fat in it, so just bear in mind. The next thing we've got is carbs. So I love, which not many people seem to rave about, but I love couscous. It's super quick, it's super easy, and it's it tastes good. There's also like Uncle Ben's rice that you can do, like instant rice. Takes a couple of minutes in the microwave. They're awesome, really fast, easy, loads of different flavours. Or you can just have plain rice, or plain couscous as well, but I just love the flavour. We've then got these mini wraps, 90 calories per wrap, so probably even afford to have 2 of them. Bit of salad in there, like I said, with some prawns, easy, quick lunch, pretty filling, whole meal, I find it more filling. We have oats. Another staple part of my diet is oats, and I know this sounds super weird, but I often make zoats. So zoats, these are massive courgettes, I often put grapes, courgette into my oats, and I promise you cannot taste it. So what I'll do is I'll do a cup of oats and then grate either half, if they're that big, or a whole courgette in with them, mix it, put it in the microwave a bit. So it really does add volume, and you get a load of micros from the courgettes because it's a vegetable, a green vegetable. We've then got all the micros, before I go on to the sweet treats. We've got the micros here. So parsnips, a great alternative for chips. I make parsnip chips all the time. And with that, instead of using loads of fatty oil or coconut oil, sunflower oil, any of that, I simply use the Fry Light 1 calorie spray. A few sprays of this, and it literally is a calorie per spray. So like 5 calories maybe, absolutely nothing. Another great hack, which is butternut squash spaghetti. Now, I use this in salads a lot, just to bulk the salads up. They're great. You can stick them in the microwave, or you can just have it raw. And I always add them to salad because it really does bulk them up. Broccoli, I would probably say is my favourite veg. I have it every single day, a lot of it as well. There is broccoli rice now, or you could save a few pennies and just buy a big broccoli flurry and just blend it up yourself. I don't know, I'm sure it'd work the same. So yeah, it's just like blended down broccoli, but that's awesome. I put that in salads and things as well, or use it with couscous sometimes, again just to bulk up the meal. We then got peppers, which I always add to salad, as well as tomatoes, and then we've got the berries, which I also love in some of the yogurt. So I often have yogurt with berries, so raspberries and blueberries are my favourite, and I get through them pretty quick. Also, if I've got some fat left, what I usually do, because these don't really have a lot of calories in them, and if I've got a few carbs left, I'll have like half a pack of these with just a blob of peanut butter or almond butter, and that's super good. And then the last things I want to talk about are my treats, or what some people class as unhealthy and you shouldn't have on a diet. Well, I love Cocoa Pops, so Cocoa Pops I probably have nearly every day. It's confession time. Yeah, I pretty much have Cocoa Pops every day because the sheer volume you get, because they're like air, it's quite a voluminous food, so you can have quite a lot for not that many calories. And yeah, the calories aren't great on them, but it is just mainly carbs. There's like no fat in them. There's not really any protein either, it is just the carb source. So I will save carbs in the day to have these later on in the evening with my yoghurt. But if I hardly have any calories left and I've got a bit of a sweet tooth, great alternatives are these 10 calorie fat-free jellies, these Hartley jellies, and they actually taste really good. They've got loads of different flavours, so that's great for your sweet tooth, as well as the Highlights hot chocolate, the Cadbury's hot chocolate, and I normally have that with some almond milk, and that again just gets rid of your sweet tooth really well. And then another thing I have, lighter than light mayo. Now a lot of people say it just tastes like chemical, but I actually quite like it, and it's super low calories, so it just adds a bit of, like if I'm having chicken or something and it can be a bit dry, it just adds another. I love condiments, so this is always another, I hate to admit it, but it's a staple part of my diet. And then another treat I'll have if I'm on the go, or just if I haven't had enough protein in the day, is a protein bar, because they actually taste really good, and it's way better than the chocolate bar, because at least you're getting some protein in as well. And that's my little grocery haul for you. So what I'm going to do, I've just written a booklet, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link it below. It's just going to be £3, so if you'd like to know more about nutrition, I will put the link below, and you can just, there'll be a link to payment for that. You can pay for that, and then I'll send it right over to you. And if you've got any questions or anything, let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as. Thanks guys, see you in the next one.